When you trade crypto, and when the market's off to slow, labor hands jump as prices go down. Where's the high market rebounds? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in crypto right now, you are missing out on one of the biggest opportunities in your life. Hit that like button, join and subscribe, and enjoy Road Dog Crypto.
Ooh, baby, a candle umbrella. Ooh, baby, a stacking fella. Woo! I'm a hood survivor, raised where the hustle bites. Crypto's my cover, shielding through the fights. Mean coins hit fast, scams in their grin. Buy my trash, they gasp, tore my dream. Lost my last buck, landlord kicked my gate. Lights out in luck, scam sealed my fate. News lit 'em up, cuffs on grifter kings. Flipped a sap to shine, bull runs my wings. Yeah. When the charts crash low and the scammers glow, ooh, you've got my back, my crypto Bella. Yeah, yeah. When the bears run wild and the pumps subside, ooh, I'm your shade, my crypto Brella. Brella, 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 ay, ay, ay. Crypto Brella, ay, ay, ay. Brella, 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 ay, ay, ay. Crypto Brella, ay, ay, ay. Scam boss smirk, girl, your stack's my game. Pumped his junk, then jerked, left me in shame. FOMO's cruel hook, snagged my last thin thread. Gas fee shook, drained my bed. But I held tight, flipped a dip to glow. Sets hit my sight, turned the scam to woe. Oh, market's my pulse, coins my shield of fate. Bull runs my force, scammers meet their gate. Yeah, when the charts crash low and the scammers glow, ooh, you've got my back, my crypto Bella. Yeah, yeah. When the bears run wild and the pumps subside, ooh, I'm your shade, my crypto Bella. Brella, 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 ay, ay, ay. Crypto Bella, ay, ay, ay. Brella, 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 ay, ay, ay. Crypto Bella, ay, ay, ay. Oh, I sank with my crew, felt their scams cruel rain. Ooh, yeah, yeah, ooh, yeah. Now I lift every soul, bull runs my refrain. Yeah, yeah. Crypto's my spark, my shield and my flame. Bull runs my kin, calling my name. Ride through the storm, glow through the frame. Crypto Brella's my play. When the charts crash low and the scammers glow, ooh, you've got my back, my crypto Bella. Yeah, yeah. When the bears run wild and the pumps subside, ooh, I'm your shade, my crypto Bella. Brella, 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 ay, ay, ay. Crypto Bella, ay, ay, ay. Brella, 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 ay, ay, ay. Crypto Bella, ay, ay, ay. Ooh, yeah, crypto Brella's mine. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Rising through the grind. Woo! Crypto Brella.
Check, 1 2 1 2.
Hey, crypto.
The ringing of the cowbell.
Digital gold in my hands, na na na. Crypto, oh na na. Hey, blockchain's the vibe, understand, na na na. Na 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 na. I met a miner down in Silicon Bay. He says Satoshi's go still leads the way. I tossed my dollars, jumped into the trade. Now every hash is how I get paid. The charts were red, but I held tight. Dreaming of Lambos in the moonlit night. From zero to hero while it's it's my throne. Decentralized life, I'm never alone. Crypto, ooh, nah, nah. Have my funds locked in blockchain, nah, nah. I took a chance on Bitcoin, now I'm stacked, nah, nah. Can't stop this wallet, no, ooh, nah, nah. Crypto, ooh, nah, nah. Traded fiat for some ether, nah, nah. Holding tight through dips, I'm never flat, nah, nah. This ledger's mine, oh yes, ooh, nah, nah. NFTs flashing, I'm buying the art. Gas fees are stealing a piece of my heart. NFTs flashing, I'm buying the art. Gas fees are stealing a piece of my heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for... I don't know what we're looking at, to be honest with you.
For
those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Well, you wondered if aliens have teeth? Yeah, we do. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with a Road Dog. And yeah, mixing it up just a little bit today. Ooh, volume up. I guess I'm gonna get a text message about that. Ooh, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Glad to have you here tonight. Very honored to be sharing my time with you. Looking at Bitcoin here on the daily charts, always a great place to start. Sometimes you see me zooming in on the 6 minute, right? Probably a little bit more recognizable for some of you out there. And a lot of me, I mean, I watch it a lot too. But, you know, I always stress that your best results come from planning your trades on bigger time frames, the daily being a great one to start to kind of see what might be happening here. And we are trying on one level, we are confirming a breakout here, a possible, well, if it's confirmed, then it's no longer possible, breakout here, if we're considering a trend line taken from the candle bodies here on the daily, which lines up very beautifully. If you can see this is why I pay attention to angles against these candle bodies. So this is strong, it's strong, veers off a little here, and then we got a candle body, you know, a full candle opening above that. Very good little first sign right there. Now, other people may not be looking at it that way. Some people are, you know, going pretty much to the wicks, and you don't really have a breakout yet, and you definitely want to consider that. That's just kind of an early little nudge there that we might be heading that direction. And I think that we will. Signs look pretty good that we're going to try to do that. If we can get a good push up there, as close to 93, hopefully, but anywhere above 89, if we can get a good push up there, that will bring this little wily little rascal right here, this 9 moving average that crossed bearishly over everything. If we can zoom in here, it can bring him back around, and once it crosses back over, then that would be a nice little confirmation that, hey baby, price has made a U-turn and bottom's probably in. Now we don't have that yet, and that can take, you know, several days, dare I say maybe a week or more for that to happen. Just depends on how bullish the price gets here. So if we can get a nice bump up, but an indicator that a nice little bump up might be a coming is this cross of the 9 over the 21, and that's a pretty nice cross, if I might say. Not only do we look at what lines are crossing what and what order and sequential order that they fall in, we're also looking at the angles of attack there, and that shows the kind of the strength behind this move. And there's a little there, although I mean, one might argue that as price is rising up, there is an overall trend of volume rising down, so there might be a little enticing here behind this move. And as long as we're above this daily 200 yellow moving average, well, the rule is bullish. Does it seem out of character? We got I see lots of requests there for boom, the turkey. It's the eyes, isn't it? It's the eyes. I knew it was the eyes. They're a little bit different from the soulless black eyes you were just staring into just a moment ago. Weren't they? Sometimes you just have to give you a little contrast right there, right? Right, back away from the screen, back away from the camera. Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, let me come to the chat, say hello to everybody real quick. That's always important to do. Let's make sure we get our microphone on, all that good kind of thing. And we got Chris Klein, who was here first. Floki's Angels saying, Road Dog, love your show. I never get tired of hearing that. I like that. Is that Bane? This is a little thing we got going on here between me and Floki. We got Tommy 2 Liters, Ahsoka Tano, MG Motorsports, and Ave Medina. Glad to have you guys here. Shout out to all you guys. Strega Heart, my OG. Strega's been with me a long time. He's actually the chief moderator. Yeah, don't piss Strega off. Chief and Keith, how's it going? Hey, made a big play. This is your first leverage. Hey, congratulations, my man. Noteworthy right there. That didn't show up on the screen. There it is. Congratulations. Be moderate, because it will hand your ass to you very often if you go too hard, too heavy, too big of a position, or too much leverage. But congratulations. It will definitely make you tighten up your game doing that. So that it's a good exercise that way. I think I've said hello to most everybody. We got Jay Violet. I see ya with the turkey faces. And we got Joe from Trade Intuition, fellow YouTuber. I'm prepared today, Joe. I got you over here. Let me update this because I saw where it tripped over. 2,000 subs, man. You did it, Joe. Congratulations. Well, that deserves a little moon rocket and some fireworks. We got fireworks. Sean, don't set the building on fire again. Congratulations, my man. 2,000 subs. Joe's also out there streaming daily, 2-3 times a day. It's amazing how busy he is and everything. And how much work he puts into him and also his trading group. He does have a trading group. And I think we got his, they will show up in the chat, his links over here to check him out. Great person to follow and very educational. I mean, that's what you need. He was a mentor in the trading group I was in. Loved seeing what he put out. I thought, man, what I saw him do over there. That's why you hear me vouch for him so much. All right, so let's see what we got going on here on the little smaller time frames, if you don't mind. Also, kind of good here on the 4 hour, above that 204 hour moving average right here. 200 moving average on the 4 hour, if I can say it correctly here. A lot of fears coming in today. Watching the smaller time frames, it wouldn't get scary, right? Man, the smaller time frames earlier today, people are losing their crap during this move. They're like, oh, it's all over. Caused crazy prices. And I mean, you got a little bit of argument if you're pinching tips and things like that. But zoom out, just zoom out just a little bit, and it gives you a little peace of mind there. A little something. If you know something about moving averages and what we were just talking about, the angle of attack and the strength behind the move. We had the 9 crossing this one earlier, and then the 21 crossing it. Those are some good signs that this 200 would hold and we could bounce back through that. That this little short-term momentum that they're bringing would actually give us some support in these areas. Looking over to the left where price touches that 200 moving average, you will see this level of support. It's amazing how that works, but it just usually does some kind of mathematical law of averages of where we were back so many candles ago, that kind of thing. It's weird, but hey, man, I'd rather spend my time using it as an indicator than trying to understand all the complex explanations behind it. So we can tighten up our trend lines here and all good. I mean, we've got more than 3 humps in the dump. Elliot, what do you have to say about that? I'm kind of curious what Elliot says since we're coming from a bottom. Now, my guess is we've not yet really got our first wave in. That's just my take. I don't know. What do you say, Elliot? Oh, hell no. You what? Does that really? See, this is why we don't invite him to dinner anymore, because we can't carry on a sensible conversation. What do you just ignored this? What? See, anyway, but I like where you're looking at this, Elliot. Elliot thinks we can bounce, where we bounced at, kind of. And maybe, hey, even coming close to one of my targets here and a little higher. Elliot, and then Elliot gets kind of moon boy about this 105. Now, I'm not against that whatsoever. And I'm surprised at you, Elliot, to have that on the 4 hour. Now, the weekly one, Elliot, you've been sniffing that moon dust again. Now that I'm thinking about it, Elliot might be sniffing that moon dust. I don't know if you guys remember, but we looked at it and see. I'm telling you, the little man is saying that we're about to rocket ship 253,000 on the weekly. Is this Elliot? Elliot, you and BitBoy been hanging out a little bit. Is that what it is? You've been partying over with BitBoy? I think that Elliot and BitBoy might be hanging out together. I'm not against doing this, but dang, Elliot, dang. It's like, everybody else is shell shocked and you're like, hell no, it's time to go to the moon. And I'm like, wow. And according to this on the daily, we're just skipping around everywhere. I'm just intrigued by what Elliot's smoking over here. Elliot, you own something. I know you is. Elliot's got some wild ideas right now. So fifth wave, and then we did ABC correction. Okay. So this was the top then. If that's the fifth wave, that would be a top. But an ABC correction means, hey, baby, we get to start this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave thing all over again. And this might be the fun one. The third wave is supposed to be the funnest. The third wave is supposed to be the biggest, no matter how you look at it. This blue one or this orange one. And though we could be starting our 1 to 2 and then 3. So that kind of corresponds to what I'm starting to get into a habit of saying here. If you're playing this market and you're like, I don't know, I feel like I should have bought at 80 and we're at 87 or whatever. I don't know, you're too scared. I don't know. Everybody's feeling a lot of emotions in this market, a lot of different emotions. But I'm going to tell you what WD Gann, that's the plan that this is the main plan that I'm doing, especially as a position or swing trader. Day traders, y'all change every day. For us swing and position traders, we got to kind of figure this stuff out a few steps ahead of time. To figure it out a few steps ahead of time is to, look for the change in market structure. WD Gann says we go to our higher high, which would be here. That'd be our first little one that we count, in my opinion, because we gotta reclaim these levels. All right, and I mean, we can make plays up through there if we've got bags held through here. I'm talking about this and possibly some altcoins. Altcoins are they're a mix. We'll get to altcoins in just a second. Don't shoot the messenger. But hey, it's not terrible. It's just not outstanding. It's just not. I'm sorry to say. But Bitcoin looks like she's trying to do something exciting right now. And that's the thesis that I'm trying to present tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So getting up to this higher high, focusing on the next higher low, which will hopefully be in line with one of these trend lines here. That's where I want to make sure that I'm really prepared. So I can take profits and whatever and build up some capital for the next one there. And then the same thing as we get up past this high over here, 109. Which you saw Elliot's kind of all gung-ho about some of his targets, and I'm like, okay, well, if you want to take me to 105 or whatever, dump us down wherever we have to get above here. That's what we're looking for. And then the next, we'll confirm that, and then the next higher high next higher low, if you will, from there will be the one. Like that's that's probably when we start doing that third wave thing we're talking about, where we go up a lot, and that's probably when you don't want to be missing. That's when you want to make sure that you are onboarded onto the train or the plane or the automobile or whatever that we are. It's about to get a dose of high octane fuel. and blast off at that point. In my personal opinion, but these are the ideas that WD Gann and so many of the others that came before us and kicked ass in the stocks markets and commodity markets and everything have said about following these little lines and squiggles that we draw on our chart so affectionately and try to navigate us through this vast sea of uncertainty in this crypto or any other market that you want to apply these principles to, so that we can come out of this instead of having our asses in our hands and looking all sad face, coming out of this maybe a little bit better off than we used to be. And that's the thing about it, I believe. This is our chance with Bitcoin and crypto in this cycle. And I do believe that Bitcoin is here as a gift from God to us to help us prepare better for what will be coming, because it's not going to be pretty. We got a little short window to do our little harvesting, and that's what we need to do. Plant our seeds and get ready for the harvest on the way of this bull run. And are you ready for it? Are we getting ready for it? We got to earn our stripes, and a lot of us have, and gosh, we've been beaten in these dang altcoins. If you take a look at total 3, because that represents the altcoins and the pain that you and me are feeling from them, we're also in a similar situation here. Oh, look at you, Elliot. Hey, Elliot, what do you say about the weekly? Yeah, they don't get that big I'm going to Valhalla treatment from Elliot here on the weekly. That's a little sad, Elliot. You tell me they're going to come up and then roll over again. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Yeah, that could kind of happen. A little janky for altcoins, according. He's a little biased. I think Elliot might be a Bitcoin maxi, and working on a C-wave correction. That means, well, we should be getting ready to start our 1, 2, 3 one more time here. So we're going to cut off Elliot because he's been a little bummer to the party here, but even he doesn't think altcoins are going to outshine Bitcoin, and we might see why in just a moment. But no matter how you look at this, we do have a little lackluster breakout, and we are on a trend upward on altcoins. So we're getting a little love. It's just not all the love that we hoped and were told that was possible, because a couple of cycles ago, things were very different with altcoins and had a lot more possibilities to outshine Bitcoin at times. But now they got a lot more work to put in. A lot more. We have what do they call it? We have a lot more crap. A lot more crap out in the market, and I don't know, man. We all just like crap. We're like catfish or something. Give me some more crap to eat. I don't know. Or carp, I guess carp. Anyway, whichever. I like catfish. Wick to bodies, or we can go to bodies and. However, we're deviating from this because we come down and we can do lots of things we can speculate about. But what we're really looking for is just a sign that we're going to continue to make higher highs and higher lows, like we have been on the smaller time frames here, giving us this trend to the upside. It continues. Just the fact that we are getting a little bit of getting a breakout and following the angles there. Identify the channel that we are now exiting, possibly exiting. If we go to the very extreme of it, we can just make double times sure. If we start closing, opening and closing some candles above there, it's looking good. But a little forerunner sign says, yeah, we're working on it. Coming up here, seeing a few hundred billion, or not a few hundred, but maybe another 100 billion coming into the market. Like Bitcoin, we got an area of, it's basically a sideways channel we got over here. A little range, if you will, that we lost, and we got to come back and retest that area. I don't know, we might have to fight our way for altcoins. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a little influx of some other things, such as, I'm just going to come over here. Bitcoin dominance over here is starting to look up. Also the Dixie, right behind my head over here, my little turkey fangs, right here. Here, yeah, right there. She's going up too. Now she can go up and get rejected, and we hope that that's what happens because things just work out better for us when that happens. But Bitcoin dominance is bouncing off this area of support, which in several areas of support. If I carry this trend line over too, it's like, oh, there's a double entendre. That's a menage a trois of price just and a possible. Oh man, how many more bullish signs do we need to put over here? A breakout, bounces off support. Bitcoin dominance is trying to do something, ladies and gentlemen. You might see something pop off with Bitcoin. For real. I think we might have an exciting. Well, we're already closing in on Thursday, aren't we? I would be surprised. Well, maybe they run us up on a Friday, tease us a little bit or something like that. But I don't ever trust those Friday moves. Makes me wonder, what do you look like for next week, Bitcoin? It might be an interesting week next week for Bitcoin. And it should, I guess, because we close the end of March. But man, look at total 3. Just struggling. But she's doing it. She's doing it. And you're seeing some improvements over here. On the weekly overall, look, a lot of these coins up 2-3%. Some of them up 8%. And like, wow. Yeah. But they're moving just a little bit slower against Bitcoin, and they probably will continue to do that for a while. As this one's got to roll over. I don't know if it needs to roll over. This is a USDC and Tether dominance, basically stablecoin dominance, and it need to roll over. Elliot, what you got to say over about this? Do you think she might ride the leg up here and then double top or something? She need to roll over. That's what we really need. And Elliot thinks it might be a week or two away here. Maybe a couple of weeks away before we start seeing that crap. Elliot, ain't you got no good news for me? That's why we don't invite you to dinner, Elliot. I was on my way over here to another boring chart, because this is what we got to do if we want to navigate this market, is just keep a check on a few indicators. We got to keep abreast of it. And for some reason they just keep disappearing off of here. I think Sean likes to race them. It's called Bitcoin dominance, but for some reason it's not here. So we do BTC.D and market cap Bitcoin dominance. Why are you not over there, man? Let's put you over, add you to the watch list. I learned how to do all this from watching Joe. All right. So we got an internal trend line going on. We could call it that. Well, I mean, that's if it's support here, and I got it drawn right. Support there. But now a little area of resistance. That's when it starts becoming like an internal trend line. So could it be bearish? We would hope it would be bearish. We need Bitcoin. We need Bitcoin dominance. Usually when it's going down, we're doing good with altcoins. But nope, she's wanting to continue up. And this is yellow line here, man. When you zoom out for the big picture of Bitcoin dominance, ooh, baby. And I've been saying she don't look like she want to go. People calling for altcoin season back here, and when we should have been taking profits and we weren't, because or for whatever reason. I don't see us slowing down until we get up around here, just like we have over here and over here, before we get the nice big drop. That's when the altcoin season that we've been waiting for, and it's toward the end of the market. It's that last little bit. Until then, there's a few little rallies that happen. That's a nice little slow rally, and then, they lost it as Bitcoin dominance started shooting up again, and then they had the real nice run. So Bitcoin dominance, there's just more people. It's Bitcoin outperforming the altcoins. Now we got so many of them, it's just easier for, I think, Bitcoin to finally outperform them. I always wondered, how could Bitcoin ever attain back up here to these levels that it was right before Ethereum came out? After Ethereum came out, this is when this started. But I guess maybe the market will get so saturated with altcoins. I don't know that people just Bitcoin is just comes out the king, the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, let me come back to the chat and not get so deep and philosophical. On long expiring, let me see. So your long expires in 2 days. If I want to keep it going, can I roll it over? You said you're doing. I don't ever suffer things expiring, so I'm curious on the form of leverage that you're using. Is it perpetual futures? Or is it like spot margin and then the loan has to be renewed? Because that usually happens automatically, or you can set it to happen automatically. So I'm a little perplexed about what exactly you're asking. If you can give me some more details, maybe I can answer it a little bit more clearly. And hopefully it has nothing to do with options, because yeah, that's something I've never dealt with before, the options. I'm not your man to answer a question about options. Wait, how long does a loan expire? I haven't heard of that before. It says, can you set a time limit? That's what I'm asking too. Is futures contract? It's not a perpetual futures contract then. It's just it's an actual futures contract. Okay, that's a difference. So you're trading on one of the big boy exchanges, or one of the bigger boy exchanges, it sounds like. Now, most of us here are trading on like KuCoin, or who can ever get there, MXC, BitUnix, and what they have is perpetual futures contracts, and they don't expire. They never expire, and it's just basically paper trading against Bitcoin in essence. But it sounds like, okay, so you got one that expires in 2 days. So that to me makes it a little harder. That would be a harder trade to make if they're going to expire like that. And I think that's one reason why there's so much appeal on the perpetual futures. So that's probably one thing we need to differentiate. Okay, so if it expires, can I roll it? Honestly, I don't know. I can't, because I've never traded just the straight up futures. That's kind of like what the Chicago Mercantile. They're not perpetual futures either. They're regular futures. It's a little different from perpetual that we most of us are introduced to on the we got our exchanges at spot, and then hey, look, come over and try our futures, perpetual futures, and all that stuff just kind of it different. But I can see how that could put you in a bind. I'm not the person to answer that, unfortunately. But it should be, that should be in the details. There should be something there on the exchange that you're using that does explain it out. And you should be on a really decent exchange too that would have that. On Coinbase? Or is that what they're doing? I haven't been over to Coinbase for a while. Yeah, they just started. I remember them announcing futures, but I just assumed it was perpetual futures like everybody else. Okay, that's interesting. I'm learning some stuff. Oh, you suck, road dog. Glittery Marshmallow says, "I am so lost. Like I say, a lot to learn. I do." This is. That's something I guess we just kind of take for granted when we're talking about futures and everything, that it's going to be perpetual futures. That's something new, and if you trace the history of it, perpetual futures actually that's a Bernie Madoff idea. That's what I've read. It kind of points he came up with perpetual futures, if I'm not mistaken. So I will see what I can find out about that. But I have no answer for you right now. All right, let's move forward. Joe, do you have an answer? Joe might have an answer. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so altcoins, going to suffer a little bit is kind of what we're getting to right here. Let's go back and let's take a look at Bitcoin. I want to take a look at it here on the we did the 4 hour, right? And it was showing some signs. I mean, being above the 200, that's a big thing. We've still got some other moving averages that need to also cross that 200 moving average too. And hopefully when they do, we'll get a little boost or something from it. One can argue, and one would be correct to do so, that we lost a trend line and that will also be resistance for us wherever price might bump its head in there. So that does kind of indicate that it will be a little bit of a struggle as we go up, in my personal opinion. But here on the nice little 15, we're working on something. Can I take a moment just to show you the appreciation that I have for trend lines? Is that when you get on these little small ass time frames like this, and I hear a lot of people, saying price was too far away from a moving average or something like that. Usually after the effect as the why that's why they got out of the trade. And this is one thing. If you got the regular candles up here, the Christmas tree candles, and you're doing something on these small time frames, those little red candles might be scaring you, and you might be missing some things. Non-moving average is a real nice little indicator. I'm even on the 5-minute time frame here to tell you when you're in a nice trend up there, and so is a trend line. Using those little two ideas together there will help you out. Even if you see red candles, if they're not, as long as those red candles aren't below the trend line you've established, you're good. And if you're doing short time frame trading, you can catch these ideas where, we're breaking trend line. Hey, maybe I need to get paid. And however you close out your whole trade or partial trade, whatever your strategy is, but that's just a much better way to exit. I think I see lots of people. I don't know. I mean, some people get out early, and that's cool if they want to do it, but this is a way that you can really ride the trend, is just use a simple trend line, and that's the beauty of them. I don't think that's talked about as much. And as well, if you're using Heikin-Ashi candles, man, do you see any red ones there to scare you? No, because this is telling you about the trend and how strong it is. And as long as you got these solid bottom candles on here, man, that's a strong trend. You get the little wicks on the bottom, we're kind of, I don't know, we'll see what happens, but that's good. And so these little things have been very helpful for me. And the same rules apply. You break that little sucker and break the non-moving average. Those are exit signals, or take profit signals. Or it's a signal that the trend is changing. The trend is not changing. They're trying to, right? And then we just do the same thing on down and tracker, and we do the same thing, and we just tops. I'm not trying to figure out every little. Is this a flag? Can you tell the upside here? Can we, even on this, it's just. Or is this a flag? Are we going to do this? I mean, let's. Why don't we just wait till we get our breakout, and then we know, and we'll just follow the trend line. I'm just saying that's just. And if you miss it, you can look for a retest if you get one. And then we do the same thing. The beauty of trend lines. You establish this trend line. Ooh, look, you could take profits there, or wait for the trend line to mature, because that's what they do. They mature over time. And now, between this, we got all these little areas that, I could get paid here. I could get paid here. And those are just some ideas to help you if you're kind of, on any time frame, looking for a good place to take a little profit. If you have, should I get paid? The trend line will help you decide that. And that's the beauty of one of the most simple things in trading right there, is just that little trend line. Not only is it there to tell you what direction we're going, it's there to tell you when you need to get out or get paid. So all hail the trend line. Ring the bell for the trend line. Well, I guess it was our educational moment tonight, but I don't know. It wasn't educational. I think most people, I don't know. Most people, I don't see people do that too much. But I went a lot of times before really respecting that idea, and like a lot of other flag chasers, because I was taught by, other people that taught these flag chasers things, price gets out of that and you're trying to chase it and expecting it to do something else other than what the trend line's telling you. The trend is probably over. Or something happened with it. We got to take a serious look on it. In other words, the possibility of that being a straight up flag trade gets a little bit, less diminished. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got some altcoins to take a look at, if you don't mind. Glitter Marshmallow says cowbell. MG Motorsport says, gotta pay the tax man. Take care, all. Chief and Keith says, I took a small position start. Hopefully it's out, but it's more about the learning experience. You definitely want to do small position, especially when we're trying it out. I recommend $100 an account. Now, I don't know. It sounds like you're doing the actual future, so there's probably some more limits or restrictions or specifications. Maybe you have to put in so much per trade or something. Some exchanges are like that. But if you can get on one and and use a small account, $100, $500 like that. You can learn. You can learn a lot. It's a good one. $100 account, I think it's good to learn on. Or smaller. But they can be frustrating to grow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a look at some altcoins that are kind of moving, and one of the reasons why I want to talk about them is if I can get over here. We got some that are trending over here. Some of them we looked at recently. Oh, one of them just went off of there. Looks like Barachain is being heavily sought after at the moment, and also Move. We're going to take a look at a few of these little guys. I'd like to look at some altcoins really and kind of see what they look for. I'm trying to find some altcoin setups. There might be a few plays there for short-term upside. Because if Bitcoin does start moving to the upside, they will also want to follow suit there. What's going on here? What is happening? Why price is above a bearish flip on this thing here on this 5-minute time frame? I'm looking. Yeah, I mean, she's trying to do good, getting above it. Congratulations, but again, small time frame trend line, line in the sand when to get out. If it starts busting the trend line, hey man, something's going to happen. It could be one of these little woolly boogers, and she's got a little way to play out. A little local pattern here on the small time frame bearish that could drop us back down to maybe make a W pattern or double bottom. Usually they come back. The easiest way to look at them, you can take a measure move, but usually they come back close to the starting point. So we just look for bottom fib areas and things like that. So I'm going to take a look at Move here. She popped off. That's right. She had I guess over the last couple of days, and looks like she's coming back into the little zone and little buy zone that we've got labeled right there. Looks like she'll come back around this 21 moving average, maybe all the way down to the 200 here, 46 cents. She's at 49 right now. She could come as low as 46. Retest a few areas. That looks kind of interesting. Let's take a look at her on the weekly. Is this something to be interested in? Does she have? I don't think she's got enough information on the weekly to tell me that. She hasn't been around that long. I'm just looking for anything that's saying, "Hey, baby, I'm about ready to change directions for good." And she's I'm not getting enough information. Okay, MACD, she's bullish, but let's see. We got targets of 80 cents and 90 cents for Move after, and I need to see her get above 57 cents. She's at 49 right now. It looks like she might be doing something. We got some bullish divergence going on. So this is one that's been on the radar. My little turkey brain just can't remember. I don't think I've looked at Hype though. I don't have anything. Hyperliquid. Now that one's been getting a lot of traction lately too. And she's down. And she's been up to 40, 33, hung around about 25 a lot. What do you look like on the weekly? We're sorry, we have no information on this coin at this present moment in time. All right, so yeah, I'm not. I mean, this could be a place for someone interested in the project to accumulate, but I'm just not impressed that, hey man, I think something good happening here. I mean, there's a few little signs, 9 over the 21. Ooh, that's cool. I'll take this as a good winner. I like that. We're at a 618 Fibonacci, a 1.618, so that would be a full extension of this little guy, providing I've got it dialed in halfway decent, or if I didn't skimp too bad on it. Nail her in right there. Okay, it's good. Okay, I'm good with that. So possible. I'm not really sold on this one. Hyperliquid. I know nothing about the coin. I'm just looking at the chart, and looks like we could be ranging through here a little bit. 9 over the 21. That's cool. That's cool. She's just taking a little break, and how far is it? $12, and she's at 14. So yeah, between 12, 13, $14. Accumulate, slowly accumulate, and so that we can break back into this big cloud and get around $18, $20. I mean, that's an idea. That's not bad. She's just wanting to pull back a little bit right now, looks like. How far down you going, honey? Are you retesting this area? That's the one thing I'd be looking for. Time you get a double bottom. You could call that an Adam and a double booby Eve. That's a double bottom here too. So testing these areas, but wow, that's a big wick. Not one that I'd look for to just, you know, for an immediate moneymaker. And I'm kind of wanting to find some immediate moneymakers, you know? Kind of like to see a little bit more of them. Something's kind of moving a little something here. Ohm's been doing kind of wild stuff lately. This has been a really good performer. This has done a lot of good for my portfolio being in this one. And she looks like she might be on a big step pattern of a big slow parabolic move. I hope that that's true. And she also looks like she might be able to come down to, you know, to 580 or something like that at points. And her dipages may not be over just yet. What sayeth you, MacD? Because I like to get old MacD's opinion on everything, and she's sideways. What about on the weekly, MacD? And that looks a little concerning to me. So, she may be running a little bit out of steam. She needs to recovery. Ichimoku Cloud looks like she can pick, you know, after she catches her breath, she can just continue on. Maybe we'll see that $11, $12. But she's not the one. She's not the one right now. So, what about Crow? Let's take a look at Crow. Are you the one? Are you the one that? Oh, you moving? Let's back up. Let's look at this little guy here. See what's happening here. I'm on the 2 week. That's a little too crazy. This is the weekly. She's already started moving, went up and came back down 11 cents. And what are you at? 10 cents now. Are you something we need to be taking a look at? I like what I'm seeing here. That's a good little front running partial. I mean, you know, we see this and we say, huh, let me look a little closer. So let's go to the 3-day. Yeah, she already got that bullish flip here on the 3-day. Yeah, usually takes a mighty good amount of them little candles before that moves over, right? So she's saying that looks a little bit bullish on the 3-day. Like, duh, dog, you're throwing it up. That means that we get a chance to buy her cheaper as we can, and then see if we can get her back up to these higher levels. Now, I don't know that my targets are accurate anymore. I hope that they are. I guess I can do a quick check here. That looks totally different to me, so higher highs, mediocre lows, but yet not a lower low, not a lower low, and that's good. That's interesting. And so she's still in bottom areas. If we, oh, look at you. Are we on the weekly? I'm on the weekly, and I was looking at the green dot that happened. It's been confirmed. It's first week of confirmation after it, so confirmed that we're trying to go up and do something with Crow. And what happened to Crow? Boomer moment. What happened? Oh man, how you doing? That happens. Did that fix it? Did this fix it? All right, so you know me and what I'm going to do. I'm going to connect the dots here. Start here at the bottom, and wow, that looks cool. And then I'm going to start over here at either here or back here, whatever is connected to this one of the tops. I'll just go with this one. It seems like it lines up a little bit better there. Because if this is our bottom pivot point here, then this is the one of the tops. Yeah, I have two tops connected to it, so this one looks more relevant for the angle. And these can be fun. These little guys can just expanding, broadening pattern just means that the field of opportunities just keeps growing. Our little scope of opportunities keeps growing there, and I like that. And this is just zooming out here on the big picture play. Also in that area is our 236 Fibonacci coming in at 26 cents. And we know that anything below that will be just considered a bargain when this little guy's hanging around 40, 50, 60 cents. And right now she's at a dime. All right, we'll keep that one marked and put our next little target at 39.40 cents, just right up there too. So would this make a good swing trade? I would say you're getting on straight up spot. You're getting 4x. I don't know if I would use leverage for this big of a goes on it, but you can get some leverage plays in there. You can do spot margin. It's pretty reasonable, but you know, there's a lot you can do with spot too. Don't rule out spot. I'm trying to get my little measurement tool here. Here we go. From here to there, what are we looking at? 157% gains. Well, if you put let's say 1,000. Put $1,000 in there, you could be looking at $1,600. 1,000, and you'd be looking at about 3,000 once we get to 40 cents there. 100, 300 there. So those kind of ideas there. This one actually has a use case, and not to shill it, but I do have a link. I don't know if anybody's ever used it, where you can sign up for crypto.com. It's their coin, and it also ties with their card. And I've got one of their cards. I love the little thing. It's awesome. Grow an exchange, and they will have a lot of opportunity, and I think the future, I think this cycle is going to be very good to them. Whether you love them or hate them, you know, this coin does perform. It got up to around $1, maybe over $1 last cycle. It got up higher than I thought it would. Did very well, so it can do well again. Wanted to put on the radar, getting a breakout here, and we could get a little bit cheaper. How much cheaper? Why do you have to yell in my ear? We've still got work to do, and I mean, yeah, we could even come all the way down to 8.5 cents. So anywhere through here would be a good place to get it, in my personal opinion. She's already broken out, and she'd probably do a retest of these areas here, about right at a 9 cent area there. Ladies and gentlemen, let us turn our attention back to the chat here. How long have we been going? We've been going almost an hour. OM is the most resonant thing in the market. I like it. I just started with a little, you know, a small bag of it, and it's grown. It's grown. And even with the thing, I've used it to fund other stuff, and with the profits and all the other things else. But I want to continue growing that bag and be in it. But yeah, I like it. I think it's got a lot of potential. Tyson sponsorship. I earn Crow about every 30 seconds. Oh yeah, that's right. Great. Hey, you got something. You got a lot going on over that chain. Aaron T. Jasmine ever going to do the thing again? Just take a look at Jasmine. That's looking good. What time frame are we on? Let's zoom out. Goodness gracious. Was it? Did it look like it was curving then? It did look like it was curving then. And then straight down. We had a line. Oh, snap. That was not good. Just lose that little guy, though. Well, let's clear off our spaghetti mess and look at what we got. Now this is cool. 800, 600, 300. Now there's still a strength in order. That means I think we can snap back up to here, believe it or not. But we can all continue to go down to a few other levels too. How far could we? Ooh, wow. Remember that crazy pattern we were just looking at? And I know it's... Remember that crazy pattern? We might be at the bottom of it, and I don't know that we'll ever come back up and get the top. They don't last forever. They are fun, though. You can definitely see how they kind of expand out and everything, but you can see how they give it back, too, huh? So I think she might be going to test this area. I don't know if she'll get as deep as they actually touch that 886. Sometimes you see them when they don't touch, the bigger Fibonacci's. You're pulling it, you get an 886, like this purple line. And, the little thing that I did there here pointed out there was another fib that was relative to that move. And that can explain what it does to me, why we might not touch it. And to me, that's also a bullish sign when you don't actually touch the big major fibs. And makes me wonder if, might be a bullish sign we hadn't touched this one, or we just got to be patient and see it come down. Got some bullish divergence going on there, and that's where you just got to be patient and watch, right? And maybe apply a few other little techniques here to help you figure out things. And if I'm looking at this little guy, I'm seeing the old stiletto heel thing, which I like to pull out the old Christmas tree. It's just like an early formation of a bottom pattern, basically. Could turn into an amity or some kind of double bottom, but it always starts out looking like a high heel shoe or something like that. To me, it does, so that I have this thing. Cause I'm goofy that way. Yeah, I said it. Call me a weirdo and don't expect me to live up to it. Yeah, how dare you? All right, so. This is very steep, so I'm going to go with this guy, draw a little trend line to there, and wow, she's got some work to do. No doubt about it, but at least she's at a bottom, right? And so, can she do as good as she did? Yeah, I think so. Let's see if we can pull a fibs and see if she gives us any kind of idea. Maybe. So, just if we do, let's pretend this is bottom. Let's just pretend. She's got to get up to 2.2 cents. She's just got to. She needs to go right back up there, or else we're just going to call her dead. If you got any life at all left in you, Jasmine, you got to get there. And that makes a great target, for real. And from where we are now, that's a pretty decent come up, but just got to fight to get there. You got to fight for it, laddie. 85% not going to just fall on you from the heavens above, no. You got to fight. All right, so they got that going on. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe doesn't look horrible. Some people I see when they pull up things like that and say, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot phone. But I'm like, hey man, these are actually in places where I'd want to think about taking them. I mean, to be honest with you, everybody wants to, chase them when they're going up, but it's when they're down on their bottoms, and that's when you can capitalize. Now it sucks that she lost a trend line, and you can wait for confirmations, and she gets back above that. But right here in this area, and the Fips are telling you that, man, anything below 2.2 cents is going to be the bargain spot, or how you need to look at it. We can even tighten it up if we go here, and it says anything below 16 cents is a good place. That's just how I look at it. As long as we haven't, if we can reclaim this trend line, that would be shoot, I mean, not even drove. I didn't got a touch there. We got wiggle room on it. We may be within our reason. The squinter eyeballs and did we touch it? Touch it! Oh, that tickles. Oh, bodies, and I got this wick. Didn't quite nail that one, but we're right in the area. So we can make the argument that, yeah, we got 4 touches there, valid trend line. Bottom, that would make more sense. Oh, you did? Did I draw that line? Oh, goodness, I got too many lines going on. I think this is the one I was really looking at. To me, I'm like, yeah, I'd be looking. I wouldn't high stakes futures, professional futures trade or something like that. I wouldn't need to do anything like that. But spot through here, it's the kind of places I look to get in. I'm not in on this one, but if I saw this on an asset that I wanted to be in and it was like this, I would, I would start building a bag on it. Let's take a look at Shiba. A little Shiba Inu. You bouncing off of something, baby. What's this? This was supposed to be a buy zone. It didn't work out too good, did it? We didn't bouncy bounce. We would have been looking at a trend line thing idea there. Well, let's clear off all this messy mess. So I've not looked at this chart in a minute. Let's zoom out to the weekly. What we got? What's this mess going on with Shiba? We're ranging. Did you make a lower low? No, you tested. So a double bottom, or finding support here at the same level. That's cool. And it looks like we got a first little green candle here. Hikinashi candle. I would feel comfortable going back to that same zero line that we had right here. And I think 382 looks like a nice little area. You track it along here and you see a nice little support resistance area. When we come down to a smaller time frame, it'll probably look a little bit more relative, or a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more apparent, a little bit more of a zone. So we're coming up to resistance here. We can get past that little guy and then start looking at 1950. Like you might want to come down a little bit to around 1385, 1390. We're at, where are we at? 1462. Yeah, it's just right around the corner. A little bitty pullback where we're trying to regain some of these areas here. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle with some of these recent flips we've had in this band. So she's not the one I'm looking for to really jump into anything real quick. So I don't know if I've seen that many of them tonight. And not enough that they stuck out in my head. Of one that's getting ready to pop off and look good. Some that are starting to look good, but nothing that I want to look at maybe taking a chance on just yet. I think we looked at stacks. And we had an entry level here, breaking at that little breakout of the trend there. So she's finally starting to catch and getting above the 200 moving average, so that's cool. I'm kind of putting just an entry here, so still looking about 121 for a bigger time play. And we got a trend line we got to recover, so anywhere right above it, 89, somewhere through there, that's going to be a hiccup. Turkey's getting sleepy. Chris says she stomped on my heart with stiletto stews. Ondo been strong. Let's take a look at Ondo. I'm just reading the chart. We've been an hour and 4 minutes. Well, I guess Bybis is as good as anybody. Well, I got something there. Apparently I was too lazy to draw a line. Nailed it! I don't know. I don't remember anything about it. We tried this a couple of different ways. You're getting a little tricky. So she cleared a level. That's what the first thing I'm seeing here. I'm suggesting that this is that the bottom may be in. Making her first higher highs and higher lows, so we're changing trend here. Horizontal support and resistance, retesting that, bouncing. That's cool. Reclaiming some of these moving averages. They're starting to flip. Still bearish, mostly overall. I mean, and I don't think we're just ready to blast off to $2 or anything just yet, but it's got a good start to be turning things around here on the 4 hour. Let me just zoom out a little bit more here. I always like to zoom. Whoa, we do have a target up there. Shabam bam. 248. That's what would be our next possible higher high. Now that we got a bottom in, what do you say now? We'll make our little adjustments here now. We'll adjust that down to 233 right now. Possibly 253, but I should have left that up there. So this little area here between 143 and 127. I like that for a likely swing. But she can reclaim all this through here rather quickly. It's just going to be here where she's going to have to fight through it. That's going to be the resistance that we have over here. So let's make the best targets, in my personal opinion. Although you can just take profits wherever you want along the way if you're playing on. Well, we had 93 cents and she went down to about 72, 73. That's nice, and that was on the downward fall from 215. That was pretty cool when she got up there. When was that? That's December. Yeah. I'm not even playing Ondo. I don't think. I think this is one that I was taking my profits on back then. So from where we are now to there, 40, possibly another 50%, and then higher if we can get up to these other targets. So what you look like on the 4 hour here? Trying to regain the 200 moving average. That's a good plan right there. I like that. I ain't gonna yell at you. Do you, Ondo? I just think you got too many coins, man. I'm just tired of the ones that got too many coins. And you know, Ondo. It just seems like there's a lot of hype that comes out right before the dump. Oh no, it seems like it's a little manipulated to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Can we get to 108, 127? I really like 127. Obviously says that Trump looks like it wants to move. What have I got going on over here? This is Binance. Did you nail it? I don't usually look at that one for it, but it looks like it might have got it. From the pool that I was playing with last time I was looking at it. I did. He got that. Okay, cool. Then I'm pretty sure, or not sure, but it's a good bottom bounce level there. I like the rounding on it. This is what, Trump coin? That you can't deny the rounding on this one. I don't have to squint my eyes or all that. It's doing the things that I would want to see on the rounding bottom. Now, as sure as I draw this out and explain it, you know, the market would drop out the bottom or something crazy like that. Because that's just, it's crazy, but it can't work that way. See, I like when I just pull them and I don't get them and then move them, because you just kind of get it. And I like to try to get them where they're level. Now, I don't know, but that's just how I feel more comfortable if I can do that. Because I feel like this is a trend line you can skew real easy. I can take it and I can make this look wherever I want it and say, look, it's parabolic. And I'm like, well, around, I don't know. I'm just picking on it. But anyway, I like what I'm seeing here. Because what usually follows, what I look for the rounding bottoms is a wedge, triangle, channel, however you look at it, because they're all part of the same. And then we're going to start seeing the opening broadening wedge, and this is the fun part to play. This is the fun part to play. And so, in my personal opinion, yeah, this is the perfect time for position traders. This is a position trade setup. This is where we try to accumulate as much as we can over here. And the Fibonacci, swing hard to swing low. Anything below 13 is a pretty good and juicy, and I can narrow it in even tighter where I screwed that up. This is basically position trade setup right here, and we're just now trying to clear out of the juicy little area for there, which is the bargain zone. So basically anywhere under here, under $13 and the low that we got, that 10, great place to accumulate for what could be coming when we start reclaiming these areas back up to 28. And it may sound like that's crazy, it would never happen. Taking to this account as a big channel, and it kind of points out, yeah, we can come back over here to about $40 anyway. How long it would take to get there, I don't know. Maybe Trump does something really fantastic and everybody jumps on the bandwagon, and you know, this number goes up, his NFTs go up, and all this other stuff. I don't know, but this is beautiful to me. This is freaking awesome to me. I likes it. And it's probably worth posting. I mean, this is what your whales do. They look for this to slowly accumulate on these little rounding bottoms. At those little areas that we've been talking about right there. And they make your range through here and roll things over, and they just keep building. This is where they build bags, build the bags to moon bag or whatever. You can moon bag easily from here. We'll go to $20-something, right? I'm not pushing it, but this is just what I look for, whether it's this or any other thing. So if you can pick up as much as can below 13. And seriously, 20, I could put a target over here for 28. Probably should put a target. Some good levels here. Since we're looking at it as a position trade, little areas to take profit at. I jumped in kind of late. So the position trade, these are ones that you would hold for a little bit longer. These are more like midterm, maybe even a little bit longer holds.
I keep stacking through the lows, and coins are where I'm packing. 'Cause the bears keep on crawling.
And you might want to accumulate a bigger bag of these if you're sold on them, if you find something this kind of a setup.
Saying fiat's out the gate.
And let's say a little $1,000 bag accumulated through here, average price where we are now. It's a nice little average little area. Let's just assume that that's what happens. We finally come up to that first target, and 63%, and you get paid a little bit. It bounces back, and you accumulate a little bit more, however you want to. Lots of things you can do in between here and that target too. But this one over here, when we come back and retest this area, that was kind of juicy from here. Now that's a moonbag territory there. That means $1,000. You take your $1,000 out, and then the rest of your position is all free gravy, man. You got no risk whatsoever in that. You have moonbagged that little sucker, and now you got your original collateral to pull and maybe get another setup like this or some other setup, or roll it into something else. Take that money, put it somewhere else, and you just let this little bag just play itself out to 29, 30, 40, and get paid on the way. Let me go back to through the chat here. Base Spark coin is trying to break 30 million market cap. It's my current play. Do I have Dick screen up here? Was I using Dex Screen or Dex Tools? I think I used Dex Tools. No, it looks different, but we'll try it anyway. So based fart coin, she's not coming up. Let me spell it out. We tried Dick Screener. Oh, that's why we don't use you. Maybe I should have just did Fart Coin and did it on the base thing. There we go. Whoa, look at you clearing these little levels over here at 28, 25 or whatever. Oh, what, the 15-minute? Nice one. What made you decide to get in there? Was it something you saw down here, rounding or clearing the level? She's moving right now, looks like. Oh, nice bounce. Nice clearance of that level. It looks like you're headed to 38.41 and hopefully 48. Well, we're at 30.70 right now. Decimal 3 zeros. Don't know if she'll get past that on her first run. Those are some good targets. See what the profits would be there. I think we can do it over here, right? For where we are right now. For you little DGNs that just can't help it and gotta jump right in on the daily. I'm just talking. 25%, 55%. Let's see, we're on the daily. Let's jump down to the 4 hour. 4 hours good. We had a top. A local top. Oh, we had a local meaning. Can we top out here and come back and get it cheaper? That's what I'm trying to say. And the old Fibbies can help us out, and I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say yeah. So this is not really the time to ape in. I mean, I know you might feel like it, but you should come down a little bit, a wee bit for you, and start looking here at 27, 28 area right through here. Now that might be testing this level. Maybe looks like she could go below that level for a little bit, but maybe she just wicks down and bounces off of it. That's good. She made a lower low, so she made a higher high. She can come back. We're looking for where she's going to get a higher low. That's what we're looking for, and that can be all the way down to the red line again, and probably will be 26, 27. Those would be good areas. 26, 27, right at 28. 0.00027. That's what I'm saying. That looks kind of cool. That's 15 minutes. Let's say we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes, and that's about the energy that I've got tonight. And what's happened over a bit? Have you been dumping on this Bitcoin? No, you're holding. She's holding. She's still working on that upward trend there a little bit. I'm here on the 1 hour. 1 hour's shaping up kind of nice. We're above the 9 moving average. Got to cross these other guys. We got some work to do. 15 minute. Still respecting a trend line. Can't ask for anything more than that. Still could be a rising wedgie happening in a foreman, or could be a lot of little things really. If you zoom out, I think you get the bigger picture. I mean, we got this big trend line over there, but going over here just kind of tells you that there's some resistance up here too. Even if you go wiki to candle bodies, that will spell out another area of resistance there too. So many ways to find resistance with these little booger trend lines that it's kind of crazy. But the most immediate touches, that's usually, the strongest. Usually. For something short-term happening. So might she come up and then break down? And that could happen, man. That could happen. But we got moving averages here on smaller time frame. The bigger ones, they look good. They're trying to do something. Let's see what we got on the 6 minute as well. Oh, nice. Look what's happening right now in the 6 minute time frame. Probably on the 5 minute too. Already happened on the 5 minute. Golden cross. Let me go back to the 6 minute. Happening right now. It's going over the 800 and the 200. Ooh, talk about taking two birds out with one stone. That's kind of cool. I got a little bitty bump here. Did you break trend line? No, you kept it. I thought she might be doing that, and then that way she'd, I wouldn't expect as much, but no, she respected that. That could actually do pretty good. I might be trying to get an actual break of this mediocre trend line right here. Let me just get this out of the way. The big one, we need to keep our eye on the big pictures breaking out of this little guy, so that's what we really need to focus on. Higher highs and higher lows, can't bitch about that. If we do, but anytime up through here, we can come back and make a higher low, and this line can mature out. But it's good that it's still holding. Still that it's good holding. So and it's deviating from it. That's actually a sign of strength. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. We cleared this guy. You could even say that we probably easier to do it this way. You can say that we retested this area, cleared it, broke out, retest, and trying to move up. Now, if you take that idea into consideration, I mean, this is a channel, and you could put that up here, and it's suggesting that we come up to make a higher high from here. That's cool. 88.8 is where I would be looking for, quite honestly, just based on that right there. Willing to bet our fibs would probably have a little something to say about that. Right here in our little magical area right there. I agree. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. And it does look like Bitcoin's going to have a nice little day tomorrow, is what it's starting to pan out for. She'll struggle. They're going to be setting us up for the weekend coming Thursday, Friday. That's just how this market works. And, you know, they play games with us on the weekend, set us up for the game plan. So be cautious, but it does look good. Altcoins are struggling a little bit. Let's take a look at the indices right here. Altcoins are still struggling. Bitcoin dominance is growing, and that means probably some nice moves coming from Bitcoin too at altcoins expenses. At altcoins expense, but there'll be some nice Bitcoin plays. Hadn't had any luck finding really great altcoin setups, but we cover a few that are starting to line up and might be worth looking at there. Thanks for hanging out, guys. See you tomorrow. Sean? I think I left Jim's comment up all night.
Yeah, rising through the night. Caught in the glow, where the charts collide, dips fade away. I'm on this neon ride, sats in my veins. FOMO's electric spark. Ooh yeah. Crypto's my pulse, bleeding through the dark, yeah. Yeah.
Joe, are you going live tonight? I gotta get this thing set up that transitions automatically over there. That's cool as crap. I just haven't done it yet.
Bull runs my wave, I'm rewriting the game. Neon bull run lighting up the sky. Rising through the dark, I'm flying high. Yeah, yeah. Crypto's glow won't fade my soul. Bull run shines, I found my goal. Neon bull run, run, run. Oh, oh. Rook pulls behind. I've broke their chains. Flipped the spark to gold. Washed away the stains. Markets are hung. Echoes in my core. Ooh, yeah. Moons lift me up.
Oh, there he is. He'll be stringing in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dips turn to light. I'm riding.
So I'll be heading over there too. I might be a little bit late. I gotta close up studio and all this other stuff. But I will see some of you guys over there. I'll be lurking probably. I don't talk much.
Neon bull run lighting up the sky.
A wise philosopher said, buy a Bitcoin and shut the F up. Fanny pack on turbo. Haven says, I've only won 2 dance contests in my life, but 3 limbo contests. Hey! Will it show it if I do that? Yeah, that's where I'll be headed. All right, see you guys. See you guys in a little bit.